I'm so tired. Oh my god. We're taking the Miata out for a drive. I'm gonna get gas, coffee, of course, and then I have a location in mind that I'm gonna park the car and just do a little walk around. And I'll start going through kind of the mods that I have been putting on the car as of now, and kind of what's to come, what's on the way. But yeah, hopefully the mic's working. I haven't used this thing in a while, but yeah, let's go. Alrighty. Alright, next stop, coffee. I need that badly right now before we go to our next destination. Alright, we made it. We made it.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks in Dedham. How can we help you today?
Good morning. Can I get a grande brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso?
Anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
637. Come on down.
Got it. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one. Yep.
Enjoy.
Ow. Alrighty. Iced brown sugar, oat milk, shaken espresso. Hopefully you can, yeah. Get some of that. Alrighty, and the next stop we are going to Waltham, I think. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. Wow, this shit is not sweet at all. Roll up the window. Alrighty. We're almost there. This pond is so nice though. I remember taking photos here before. Really nice little spot. Got a few nice curvy roads. remember where it is. Oh, word, I found it. Wow! It's really nice here. Could have sworn there was a car meet hosted here before. Alright, let's park the car. I'm actually gonna pop the top open. And bring you guys with me. Hoping it's not too bright. Oh my god, it's so bright out. All right, let's get this video going. So, quick summary. This is my ND3 2024 MX-5 Miata. Whole bunch of words. Do a quick little spin around the car. But I'm gonna start with the exterior. So again, as I said in the car, this has RE-71RZ's 225/50 16s. Of course, Potenza's super sticky tires. After that drive, these are really soft and sticky. The red lug nuts are from the last owner, but they are really nice. They're 949 Racing. We'll get to that later on. Wheelwoods, I believe these are the little big brake kit from Flying Miata. Really awesome brake pad and rotor caliper setup. Stock calipers in the back. Rolled fenders for this fitment. Not necessary, it's not required, but I wanted to do it just in case. But these are, again, sitting on Supermiata XIDA's XIDA. 8 and 4 kg setup, Swift springs. Slightly starting to get beat up, but this is the Verus Engineering front lip, right underneath the factory appearance package lip. I'm probably gonna keep this, I might change it, who knows. The grill is the Spider grill from Carbonmiata, a very, very popular grill option on these cars. This was also carried over. All this stuff is carried from the last owner of the car. The grill, I don't know, I may need to take the front bumper off to repair this, but this kind of just, I don't know if it's not clipped in all the way or if there's a screw missing. This came missing from the car. I'm really hoping another one can go back on, but you can kind of see that the bumper is starting to like warp out. You can see that from the sun. I don't know what he did, but no fog lights on the ND3s. Again, ND3s, for those of you who don't know, have the updated headlights and taillights. I'm getting sidetracked here, but blacked out gloss black emblems, also from Carbonmiata. This has the updated limited slip differential and, of course, the CarPlay unit or radio system. And then, of course, I don't know about you guys, but I watch a bunch of car reviews, especially if it's a car that I'm interested in buying. This being one of them. I did my research on the ND3s, so tell you a little bit about that. So these are aftermarket taillights, but they do look really similar to, these are like an OEM plus, just a different, you know, kind of housing. So that's one of the updates. The limited slip differential. 22s and above, I believe. If you opt for the mid trim and above, basically anything else that isn't the base model called Sport, you will get the factory limited slip differential. And then of course, 2024 and above, you get the updated limited slip differential. Both of them are amazing options. If you are someone that buys or is looking into buying this car, especially on the used market, you find a base model that's priced really, really well. You want to kind of do all the parts on your own. You don't really want the Brembo big brake kit. I do know a lot of track people, autocross people will actually opt to find a base model so they can do their parts of their choosing. That's kind of what this guy did, which is really nice. He did a lot of the work for me. Again, the coilovers, these wheels I did on my own, but he had a very, very similar setup prior. I got the Tomei on there. This being a base model, yep, this is a base model, so it does not have the paint matched little door card trims kind of up here as you see in a lot of Miata videos. Doesn't really have the soft touch leather. It's very, very plasticky, but really easy to take apart. Again, this car, I tell all my friends, it's kind of like a Lego car. If you are getting into modifying a car, I feel like any sort of, aside from JDM, but Miatas are just really easy to take apart and work on. Especially, you know, the interior trims, if you need to get access to things. The engine compartment is really open. You got a lot of space underneath the car. Everything is really easy to access. And then, of course, going back to what I was talking about, this has a OS Geekin aftermarket LSD in the car. Base models do not have the factory LSD, so that is something you are going to have to think about, whether it's reusing the factory housing and putting in, whether it's OS Geekin, Cusco, or any other, you know, aftermarket limited slip differential unit into that housing, or what some other people do as an easier option is, well, I don't know. Actually, I feel like it's a little easier. It's a few steps less, is by finding a other factory Miata LSD. You know, you got the carrier. You are gonna have to drop down the rear subframe. Most of the rear stuff has to come down anyways, and then just replace the entire thing, carrier included. But this guy went to get the OS Geekin one. A lot of owners on this car opt for that. It's a really good limited slip differential. Verus Engineering Splitters. He had the splitter on the back, but he had it kind of shredded. He cut bits and pieces to fit his NVIDIA N1, which I absolutely hated. That's just my opinion. That exhaust made the car really drony. Basically deletes the second cat, I believe. It's a catback. And one, I didn't like how it sounded. Two, again, it was just way too drony. Put in OEM secondary cat or mid pipe, whatever you want to call it, and a Tomei axle back. Tomeis on these cars are axle back only, so it's not actually a cat back. I'm gonna see if I can capture that for you guys. But yeah, so this is the Tomei. Then I don't know if you can catch that, but oops. But yeah, that's kind of the exterior for you guys. I did some sequential side markers. Let me turn my lights on. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Oh, there we go. So these are smoked out. And these were, I think, like 60 to 80 bucks on Amazon, plug and play. Super easy installs on all of them. The front ones, you are gonna have to reach your hand in from the fender liner. But that's about it. So I'm gonna talk about the interior now. So let's start with the bucket seat. So this is the Bride Zeta IV. This is a special model called the Veria, V-E-R-I-A. I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's got the kind of like flamingo hyper pink stitching right along the seat. This is the FRP model, no carbon fiber. And this is sitting on the Pro Car Innovations, also known as PCI, seat bracket. You guys can see here. So this is, in my words, semi-adjustable. So what do I mean by that? Basically, this, you have to be really patient with this kind of seat bracket. So I had the bracket in the car first, and then the side mounts. I kind of had it put together, hand tightened. I got the seat on, sat in it, and taped off. You can see I got the tape for where I wanted it to be. And you just got to be really patient, work your way through every bolt, loosen, a lot of loosening, a lot of tightening, just to get it where you want it to be. And I don't know if you see this, you know, kind of L corner right here. This little leg on the side mount is longer, but I'm 5'6", skinny. My legs aren't that long, so my seat is gonna be a little bit closer to the steering wheel. If you are taller, you want that side mount to be flipped so that you can actually push this back even more. Lots of adjustability, lots of versatility with this seat mount, but it's super solid. It's super solid. I used to have a planted, and then I also had the DND bucket seat. I forgot what it was called. It was really creaky. The bracket or the seat slider wasn't really working properly. This seat makes no noise and is not moving anywhere. This thing is, it's in there for good. Let me sit into the car. Let's talk about the shifter. One of my favorite parts of this car, and one of the noisiest, is going to be this CAE Ultra shifter. That was a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Super short throws. This is kind of like a track-oriented shifter. I get a lot of questions, you know, like realistically, you're daily driving this car, you drive this car a lot. How annoying is this to drive with? How are the noises? Because these kinds of shifters, IRP, CAE, Cooler Works, all of these long track type shifters do make noise the second you install them. It doesn't matter if you're removing the boot, still installing the boot back with the foam underneath, these make noise. It almost adds like a supercharger whine or a drivetrain whine. When you're doing a pull or you're doing any sort of acceleration, you are going to hear a whine from this shifter. You're going to hear the reverse lockout cable rattle. You're going to hear noises from the shifter. If that is something that you do not want in your car, I would definitely opt for some other shifters that aren't this style setup. Something more OEM. That's kind of about it, though. I mean, I don't mind it. I like the noises. I love how the shifter feels. You got to be patient with it. You got to adjust it. But this is not for everyone. Radar detector, Broadway mirror. Broadway mirrors in this car are awesome. You can, like, these cars don't have blind spots, or not a lot at least when the top is up. But this is awesome. Not much else for the interior. This is a OBD CarTech shift light. So let me actually start up the car. I mean, it's a Sunday. I don't think I'll get kicked out. I have not seen a single soul here. But yeah. This car's not too loud. No drone. It's perfect. Last but not least, I think, if I'm not forgetting anything, I don't think anything else is under the car that I missed. I'll do the taillights, like the animations, but another very important part of this car is going to be, wow, it's really bright, the steering wheel of the car. This is a Guardian Designs based out of Europe. So we have perforated leather on the sides, and then on the top and the bottom goes to a suede, a very plush, soft suede, nude marker, pink, kind of like a thicker finger grip here. This is they call it the Zero, I think, Corsa Zero. It is a thicker steering wheel, but also flat top and bottom. But yeah, very simple installs on these cars for the steering wheel, really easy. What else? Taillights. Again, OEM style taillights. I have these plugged in a way per instructions where it's just the two circles. And of course, on camera, the frame rate, it's just gonna be bouncing back and forth, but you get the point. It does have a startup animation. It'll do like a swirl, glow. Really, really nice taillights. A bunch of like Chinese manufacturers are shipping theirs out now. They have a clear version where the outer edge is chrome. You can get one where it's also clear, but it's a black edge, smoked, a bunch of options. Valenti makes taillights for these if you're really into the JDM setup, but just a lot of good aftermarket parts available on these cars. Not necessarily as much as your 86's, FRS's, BRZ's, but once you start diving into the Japanese market for parts on these cars, you're gonna find a lot. These cars are driven a lot in Japan. I follow a bunch of owners there. That's actually how I got inspired on my fitment and, you know, wheel and tire setup. Small car, thick beefy tires. This was my setup. Very simple build so far. Of course, not simple in the terms of how it looks, but we got a livery from Tetra World, Tetra Tar on Instagram, but she does really, really good content, has a really beautiful car, but kind of gives people an option to have pre-cut liveries or these kind of drift style designs on their car. I did this all myself, and as you can see, I got some logos on here. We got a Good Smile Racing on the corner, But I'm still working my way on this end. But so far, this livery is coming together really well. Up close, you are gonna see, you know, air bubbles, incorrect cuts. But honestly, for my first time doing this myself with the tools that I had, I'd say I did a pretty good job. I've been keeping an eye on any sort of like lifting in areas. Haven't really noticed any, but this allowed me to learn to route the car better in the future. So next on the list, I want to talk about what's on the way, and then kind of what the future is of this car. So what's on the way? I'm getting rid of these red lug nuts. Can't stand those. Just, I don't know. The theme for this car is black and pink. As you can see with the freaking steering wheel, the seat. I have black lug nuts coming in from Flying Miata, so those will be on there very soon. Those have been an eyesore for me. I'm either just gonna do a tow hook, or I'm gonna get another tow hook cap. Again, with the warping, I really don't know if that cap is gonna stay on. I have a wing coming in from Japan. It is gonna be the Garage Vari wing. FRP, not carbon fiber. I'm gonna need it painted. One thing that I do want to do on this car, it's a little bit blank on the lower half, but it's gonna be the diffuser, rear diffuser. Oh my god, it's too bright, you can't even see anything. Again, factory appearance package, so it's got the little lip, but I'm probably looking into a Rally Backers diffuser. It's very wide, very clean looking, so I think I want to throw that onto the car. Honestly, gonna leave the side skirts. Side skirts with the Verus Engineering splitters underneath look really good. And with the interior is kind of a mess, but not much else. A cage. Gotta powder coat that, maybe like a metallic light pink, or just a flat light pink. Oh, let me show you guys the engine bay before we close out this video. Not much to see in the engine bay, other than, actually there's the sound tube delete, and then of course, I just ended the video by accident. Oh, this is hot. Woo! We got the Verus Engineering air oil separator. You can see the top hats of the Zetas. Engine bay is starting to get a little bit dirty, but but nothing crazy. Pretty sure this car has the factory radiator. He never touched it. But yeah, these cars are really, really fun to drive. Maintenance is easy, simple. These are reliable. And of course, I mean, it is still a new car. 11,000 miles. 2024. Got nothing. I don't expect anything to pop up from this car, but that is about it. That wraps up the video for today. Again, thank you guys for watching. When parts start rolling in, I'll do some filming, maybe do some installs, reviews, that sort of stuff. But this is going to be kind of the few month ownership of this car, and I just wanted to share what I've done, what the plans are. But yeah, also, do check out the video for my WRX, even though it's really outdated. I gotta do a new one, but that is being worked on. I know I always say that. That car's always being worked on, whatever. It's not like it's blowing up or anything, but It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff coming to both of these cars. But for those of you that do follow me, livery is off the WRX. No more Coca-Cola. It's catless, flex fuel tuned. I do plan on new lip, new splitters on the way. A new wing is on there. And new fenders. I'm having trouble with fitment, but I got a fix for it. It's just gonna take a bit. But yeah, that's about it. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Let me know what you would like to see. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. I'm trying to reverse the camera, but it's not letting me. I'm waving like an idiot. All right, see you guys. Goodbye.